So here we are, AIMExpo 2024. Bridgestone's on a roll. Big things coming. Who are you and what do you do?
Name is Andrew Little. I'm at Bridgestone headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee, marketing and channel sales manager. We do a lot of different things, so I kind of say the phrase we get to, but we have to, or we have to, but we get to, but mostly focused on sales and marketing.
You got a lot to sell and talk about, and starting with the S23 tire for this year.
We are pretty much making the first in-person introduction debut in North America here at AIMExpo 2024. Had a cool event down in South Africa. We got some riders on the Kilometer track to test the S23. We wanted to reiterate multiple times, it's not a track tire. It's just a great way to experience the tire on different bikes and in a controlled environment and find out how far you can really push it. But it's a street tire. It's meant for everyday real world use. Also fun on a track, but great and wet, great and dry, excellent wear. Actually, compared to its predecessor, the very successful S22, which won back-to-back shootouts with against competitors in the Motorrad shootout for sport bike tires. S23 better in all areas compared to the S22, but notably 8% better wear life on the rear. We implemented a pulse groove technology that we have, which uses a Venturi effect in the shape of the grooves that evacuates water faster, so better wet performance, and a softer edge grip compound, so when you do get into those deep leans, there's a little bit more grip there as well.
Which makes it, that increased wear and that extra grip when you need it, makes it a good school tire. The track schools are adapting this tire specifically because of those two key reasons.
Yeah. It's another good point about the versatility of this tire. Whenever you're going through a riding school, on a track day, such as Yamaha Champion Riding School and Fast Riding School in Canada, which we just partnered with. You don't want to. You have to keep heat in the tire. So people think, race slicks. We're getting on a track. We want a race slick. Well, you have to keep heat in that tire. And a lot of people going through school, they're not able to do that yet. And there's a lot of stop and go. You go out for a short session. You come back. You're talking to the coaches. You're trying some different things and. You don't want to be worried about the tires cooling off. So something like the RS11 or the S23, great tires to take out on the track to practice, but especially for a school since there's so much stop and go and you don't have to worry about that heat.
Perfect. Now, track schools are all about education. You also have online education through Bridgestone University. How does that work?
Right, yeah, and so we call it Bridgestone Moto University. It's geared towards dealers and sales reps at distributors, and anybody that's really interested in learning about the product. Anybody could go to bridgestone.brandication.com, and brandication is spelled brand, the letter E, and then cation.com. Hope that makes sense. But it's open to anybody. There's a new module on there for the S23. If you complete that, you can actually get a branded nice tumbler that we'll send out to you. And there's also certificates that you can print out. A lot of techs and sales guys that work in dealerships, they like people to know that they actually have learned about the products that they're talking about to consumers. But the structure of Bridgestone Moto University Online, it's pretty much split into two curriculums. One is street, one is off-road and adventure. Off-road meaning dirt bikes, non-DOT tires, but also we put the adventure tire segment with the off-road. So, but it's everything from sport bikes to cruisers to Metro Cruisers, American V-twin. It's all in there in two separate curriculum. Anybody can access it. You just go in and set up an account. And AIMExpo is a great place to talk about this because dealers that come here, they can't bring the entire staff. A lot of times maybe it's the owner or the manager. The rest of the staff really gets into the nitty-gritty conversations with a normal consumer that's coming into the dealership. So we like to bring it up here, and they take it back, and they hopefully tell their team about it. And if they want to learn more, it's all ready for them.
Well, and that's the key thing. You've got the wide curriculum, but you also have that swag there. So there's incentive in more ways than one, to learn about what Bridgestone has to offer.
Definitely. It's we're excited about a lot of things going on this year beyond the new product launch, and this is one of our biggest pieces of the business. The S23 is, we kind of refer to it as our flagship tire, but we do a lot of things in racing, road racing lately. CSBK in Canada, Bagger Racing League, BRL, which actually for the first time they're actually going to cross the border into Canada outside the United States to do some bagger racing on one of the CSBK dates this year in 24. And Daytona 200, which is coming up in about a month from now. We'll have some exciting things to announce at our effort with that this year, Daytona 200 2024. You'll see the biggest Bridgestone presence than ever before down in Daytona next month.